A huge earthquake caused a crack in the ocean floor, leading to a tsunami wave filled with zombies. As the zombies start attacking people on the beach, a doctor tries to save her friend from a mysterious infection. Can they stop the zombies before it's too late? The movie started with a strong earthquake in the ocean, which created a crack at the ocean's bottom. On the surface, there was a happy couple having a great time. The man told the woman to close her eyes. He then placed a ring in her hand and asked her to marry him. Before she could answer, he got pulled underwater. The woman felt confused and wondered where he had gone until she saw his body rise to the surface. She screamed for help, but no one heard her. Nobody came to help except for a blue zombie, who eventually killed her. Next, we saw Hunter, Ray, and Jada while they were fishing. They noticed another boat on fire due to fireworks in the distance. They went over to help and put out the fire. After that, Hunter took the fireworks away because he was the supervisor of that area. They got back into their boat to continue fishing, and Ray caught something on his line. It was a blue corpse, just like the zombie from the start. Jada used an underwater camera and found a strange blue light coming from the seabed. This was very strange, so Hunter decided to call the authorities. They covered the blue corpse, but it turned out to be still alive. The zombie attacked Jada and seriously hurt her shoulder. Hunter stabbed the zombie with a machete, and everyone rushed to help Jada. To stop the zombie from waking up, they threw him into the sea before he could bite anyone else. Meanwhile, Hunter's wife Kenzie and their daughter Sam were in town. Hunter called Kenzie for help with Jada since she was a doctor. Kenzie told Sam to go home and immediately went to find her husband. Kenzie and some doctors checked on Jada and sent her to the hospital. Ray went to the hospital to be with Jada, while Hunter chose to stay to find out what had happened in the ocean. Next, we met a new character, the sheriff, who wanted to follow Hunter to the place where all the trouble began. They went to investigate and saw a blue light in the ocean. Hunter threw Jada's camera into the water to discover where the mysterious blue light was coming from. They found a wreck and a crack where the blue light was coming from. Further along, they saw another zombie swimming nearby. Hunter told them that he had heard a zombie, but it had survived. The sheriff laughed because he didn't believe Hunter's story. Just then, a large group of zombies emerged from the water and started moving toward them. The sheriff realized this was serious and quickly called for help, telling them to evacuate everyone and informing them about the outbreak. As they tried to get everyone off the beach, the tsunami siren began to sound. The people still on the beach noticed that the ocean water was pulling back because a huge wave filled with zombies was coming. Meanwhile, underwater, a never-ending group of zombies swam toward the shore without stopping. Hunter and the sheriff tried to get closer to the shore, but they saw that a big wave was about to hit them and trap them in their boat. There were still people on the beach when the wave crashed, and thankfully, many of them managed to survive, including a couple. The tsunami acted like a taxi for the zombies, who began wandering around the beach. Hunter and the sheriff found themselves surrounded by zombies on every side. At the same time, Kenzie put Ray and Jada in quarantine since they still did not know what was happening. On the beach, zombies started attacking people, turning them into more zombies. Samantha, Hunter's daughter, was with her friends when they saw zombies attacking others. She couldn't reach her father, so she ran away with her friends. On the beach, Hunter and the sheriff tried to save the people. Sadly, bullets were not enough to kill the zombies completely, but they only slowed them down. At the hospital, Jada turned into a zombie. She attacked Ray and bit a doctor. Ray quickly ran away from there. On the beach, Hunter and the sheriff noticed that people who had been attacked were turning into monsters. The sheriff wanted to call for more help, so they decided to escape. When they got into the car, they discovered a couple hiding in the back. The men agreed to help them. While at the hospital, Kenzie went to check on Jada and found that all the medical staff had been bitten and turned into zombies. Jada suddenly began chasing her, and Kenzie tried to get away. Luckily, Ray came out of a room and saved her. Kenzie explained that it was an infection, and Ray told her about the zombies in the water and how they had come to the beach because of the tsunami. The group in the car reached the police station, but a wave of zombies was coming toward them, so they rushed inside. A guy named Blaine and his girlfriend got cornered, and he threw her to the zombies to save himself. The poor girl got infected, and the others ran inside. Once inside, Blaine took another policeman's gun and threatened to shoot. In the end, Blaine shot the policeman with the gun and killed him, but Hunter knocked him out. After that, they tied him up and locked him in a cell. Sam and her friends ran away from a group of zombies and ended up in a supermarket. Sadly, the place was filled with zombies, and the group tried to stay hidden. One of the boys tripped and hurt his ankle. Soon, the zombies caught up to him and attacked. One girl fought back, but there were too many zombies, and they had to escape. However, this caused them to get separated. At the police station, the sheriff tried to call for help on the radio, but no one answered him. Meanwhile, Hunter searched the internet and found information about the ship they saw at the bottom of the sea. A report said that the ship was in a dumpster. However, they had seen it in the water. They realized there was something beneath the sea, but they didn't know what it was yet. As the zombies tried to break in, they had to escape. They took some weapons from the police station and left Blaine behind, chained to a bench. When they got outside, they saw a huge number of zombies. Rifles wouldn't be enough to stop them, so Hunter used a bazooka to take them down. They then got into a car and drove away. On their way, they saw the alpha zombie and ran over him, but the monster did not die. Sam and her friend kept running until they found the van of one of their drummer friends. They hid in the van, but the drummer jumped out and started fighting zombies with his drumsticks. His bravery cost him his life. The sheriff's daughter ran through the forest and reached a house on a hill. The owner of the house asked her to turn around to make sure she was not infected. After that, he let her enter his property. The house had a big fence around it, so zombies could not get in. The girl felt safe, but when she went inside, she realized that the man was hiding something in the basement. A zombie he was experimenting on. The man, named Marty, gave the girl a phone, and she tried to contact her father. Meanwhile, at the police station, Blaine freed himself and got ready to escape. He then saw his girlfriend, the one he had thrown to the zombies. She jumped on him and attacked him. Back at the van, Sam and her friend tried to start it to escape, but it wouldn't start. Now they were trapped in the van, surrounded by zombies, and the boy had a leg injury, so he couldn't run. The girl decided to sacrifice herself so that Sam could escape. He climbed onto the roof of the van and started playing his ukulele. Just then, Hunter and the sheriff arrived in the car to save them. As soon as Sam saw her father, she ran toward him while the sheriff shot at the zombies. He tried to help the boy with the ukulele, but the zombies caught him. After that, the group got into the car and drove to the hospital to pick up Ray and Kenzie, who was Sam's mother. When they got there, they went inside, and Sam found a phone to call his mother. Meanwhile, the other part of the group fought zombies inside the hospital. Hunter took some electrical wires and killed some zombies. The electricity flowed from one zombie to another, making them all die. Soon after, Sam found his mother again, and they hugged happily. They all quickly got into the car and drove to another safe place. They reached Marty's house, and the sheriff finally saw his daughter. They all went inside, and the sheriff took the radio to contact another police station to ask for backup. The zombie in the basement broke free from its chains and made a loud noise. The sheriff went to check on it by himself without telling anyone. Shortly after, he got bitten, and the zombie wandered upstairs, where it started fighting Kenzie. Marty arrived just in time and stunned the zombie with a taser. He explained that electricity was the best way to kill them because they were water zombies. At that moment, they decided to lure all the zombies into the water to get rid of them with electric shocks and blow up the wreckage with C4. The zombies were getting closer to the house, and Hunter connected the taser to his machete. He went outside to fight them, but the taser stopped working. Kenzie followed him outside and turned on the wood chipper. They then threw each zombie one by one into the machine, chopping them into pieces. After they got rid of the zombies outside the house, the group left. They set out with all the tools they needed to kill the zombies for good. On the way, the sheriff felt sick. The bite on his arm was affecting him, and he was about to change into a zombie. The sheriff told Hunter to save the town and not repeat his mistakes. Hunter did not understand what mistakes he was talking about, and the sheriff revealed the truth. 30 years ago, a pharmaceutical company secretly tested on people. The company paid them a lot of money to ignore it. In the end, the experiment failed because the substance was not ready and many people suffered. To cover it up, the drug company locked all the infected people on a ship and sank it. Then Kenzie said that this was actually the goal of the experiment, which was to infect everyone with the virus. While they were talking, more zombies came and started attacking them. One group stayed to fight against the zombies while the others escaped. The sheriff got sicker and sicker, and his daughter laid him down and gave him a grenade. As soon as the sheriff turned into a zombie, he threw the grenade and exploded. The survivors divided into two groups. Ray, Marty, and Tahana went to the wreckage to blow it up. Meanwhile, Hunter, Kenzie, and Samantha's task was to lure the zombies and kill them in the water. The second group went to a pond and threw electrical cables inside. Hunter then took a vehicle and played loud music to attract the zombies to the pond. Meanwhile, in the other group, Marty jumped into the water to plant the C4, but he got surrounded by zombies and died. During this time, Hunter's vehicle got stuck in the sand, and the alpha zombie came close to him. Later, Kenzie pulled the vehicle out of the sand and drove it to the pond. The zombies followed her and went into the water. Hunter managed to hold down the zombie for a moment and told Sam to flip the switch, but the handle was stuck. The other group was also in trouble because their boat got stuck in the middle of the ocean and was quickly overwhelmed by zombies. Ray ordered the girl to escape while he stayed behind to distract the zombies. The girl jumped into the water while he stayed behind. On the other side, the alpha zombie got back up, but this time Hunter smashed its face with his machete. Sam finally turned the handle, and all the zombies in the pond died. Elsewhere, Ray tied the C4 to the anchor and threw it toward the shipwreck. Once the anchor hit the bottom, Ray detonated the C4, blowing himself up and destroying the shipwreck. The explosion caused one last big wave, but this one was free of zombies. The 4 survivors were safe. It was all over now. All the zombies were dead, and even the sheriff's daughter had survived.